Hey everybody, welcome to our capstone design project video for the spring semester of 2022. This semester, Group 16 has worked with Pella Corporation. I'm Josh Burnett.
I'm Stephen Pfeiffer.
I'm Nick Hager. I'm Ian Holmgard.
I'm Nick Nelson.
For our problem statement, Pella came to us at the beginning of the semester with the problem of skid shortage. Essentially, their assembly lines were not getting skids back from their storage areas at a rate that production needed them. And so Pella asked us to look into that with our project and eliminate some of that downtime that their assembly lines were seeing.
The objectives for this project were to reduce downtime due to lack of skids by 50%, also determining the optimal number of skids for Pella. We also looked into developing a balanced skid replenishment method for the forklift operators, and lastly to assess slack in system and reduce it if possible. The deliverables for this project were optimal number of skids for current and future states, the standard operating procedure for forklift drivers, also empty skid replenishment guidelines for Pella, and then lastly skid purchasing options if more skids were needed.
As far as the methodology goes, to help our group further understand the issue and go along throughout the project, first we wanted to build spaghetti diagrams of the different forklift drivers, the main ones, and determine their time and their travel. We also wanted to create a simio model to kind of see how the system was currently working and also help us build toward that optimal number. We also used observations of the warehouse, different skid storage locations, and discussions with the operators. For the current state analysis, we used our methodologies to help us with this. The spaghetti diagram was the first one that we used, and we used this to follow the forklift drivers around, and an example is below. And the next one we used was a simio model. As noted before, it'll be touched on further, but we use that to help us better understand the current state. And then we also used daily observations. The table on the bottom of the middle column shows those observations gathered with the number of skids that were underutilized in the warehouse. And we also talked to operators, and one of the main points of the operators that we found was the DVA area needed to be improved to help free up skids.
So looking at the future state, we developed that simulation that we were talking about earlier. We discovered that no additional skids are needed in our current state or for the projected 5 years of growth that Pella will see. Our future state also identified that global empty skid storage location that anyone can pull empty skids from as needed will benefit this system. And then consolidation of underutilized skids in storage locations will also benefit Pella.
After the future state presentation, we came up with some potential solutions for Pella, and we finalized those down to reach a final solution, which was to create 4 global skid storages as well as hire a new worker for a consolidation process. We found that we will not need to purchase any additional skids. So the economic impact of our solution is all based on the numbers we got from downtime caused by lack of skids in the month of January. And with our 50% reduction goal, along with hiring a new worker, we found that we will save about $325,000 a year in lost revenue for Pella.